Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report Live News Update. I'm Kinsey Grant. We begin in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where thousands are evacuating as wildfires blaze through the tourist town and nearby communities. Mayor Mike Warner said more than 250 structures have been destroyed. Officials say the fires are fueled by severe drought and strong winds. The National Guard has been called in to help fight the fires and to get people to safety. Jennifer Gray reports from Gatlinburg.
Wildfires threatening popular resort towns in East Tennessee.
All of the previous fires I've been part of could not have prepared me for what we have experienced over the past 24 hours.
At least 14 fires near the Smoky Mountains National Park, forcing mass evacuations.
We covered our face with wet towels, and then we finally got in the car and we drove down the mountain a little ways, and we ran into a tree that was over the road, so we had to turn around. We couldn't see to get back up the mountain.
Endangering homes and businesses in nearby Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. At one point, 30 buildings engulfed in the fires, including this 16-story Hilton Hotel. This amateur video posted on social media shows the raging fires just outside the hotel's windows. Guests anxiously watching from inside. The fire now at the edge of the Dollywood theme park. The park not yet damaged, but portions of the resort evacuated.
We have multiple trees now falling with embers, starting additional fires throughout the area.
Wind gusts topping 70 miles per hour, combined with the worst drought in the region in nearly a decade, fanning the flames.
We're dealing with the worst possible conditions imaginable.
Rain is in the forecast for the Gatlinburg area today and tomorrow. Fire officials hope the forecast will help douse some of the flames. Also in Tennessee, the driver in a Chattanooga school bus crash that killed 6 children made his first court appearance today. Jonathan Walker faces multiple vehicular homicide charges and charges of reckless endangerment and reckless driving. Investigators say no traces of drugs or alcohol were found in Walker's blood when he slammed the bus into a tree, bending the vehicle in half on impact. The driver did take an unapproved bus route and was driving well over the speed limit. Parents and students had previously filed complaints about Walker's behavior and poor driving record. A 6th survivor has been found under the wreckage of a plane that crashed in Colombia, carrying members of a Brazilian soccer team. At least 75 people who were aboard have been confirmed dead after the aircraft went down outside the city of Medellin. CNN's Kim Hutcherson has the latest.
Tragedy for a Brazilian soccer team after a plane carrying the team went down in a rural area amidst inclement weather in Colombia. The charter jet had declared an emergency before it went down. Local officials were stunned by the crash.
It is a regrettable situation, and we can confirm the accident of the plane that was carrying the players.
The players aboard were from Chapecoense, a team from the top flight of Brazilian soccer. They were traveling to face a Colombian team for a continental tournament. Compounding the tragedy, the team is lesser known in soccer-mad Brazil, but had just started to find success and a greater following. Officials are vowing to do everything they can for the crash survivors.
They have our solidarity. So do their families, their friends, their countries. It's sad and regretful.
Chapecoense's Twitter feed showed their logo changed to black on Tuesday. Tributes from around the world have now begun pouring in. I'm Kim Hutcherson reporting.
Investigators are still searching the site for victims, survivors, and evidence as to what caused the crash. In other news, an Ohio State University student rattled the campus yesterday when he drove a car into a group of people and charged at others with a knife. Police shot and killed the attacker, Abdul Razak Ali Artan, at the scene. Investigators are trying to pin down a motive for the alleged assailant's actions. 11 people were hospitalized but are expected to make full recoveries.
Everyone's doing well. At this point, we see no reason to be concerned about life-threatening injuries. There are still, as far as my information, 4 individuals in the hospital, 2 at the Wexner Medical Center at Ohio State and 2 others at another local hospital. We were able yesterday to go visit some of those individuals. Unfortunately missed some that were treated and released from the emergency department, but met with them, went with their families, if their families were available.
And this morning, President-elect Donald Trump proposed a penalty for burning the American flag. Trump tweeted, quote, "Nobody should be allowed to burn the American flag. If they do, there must be consequence, perhaps loss of citizenship or a year in jail," end quote. Trump has also announced 2 more nominees for his cabinet. He's chosen Georgia Congressman Tom Price for the Secretary of the Health and Human Services Department and former Labor Secretary Elaine Chao for Transportation Secretary. Trump is still on the hunt for a Secretary of State. Tonight, he will meet with Mitt Romney for the 2nd time to discuss the top aide position. The 2012 Republican nominee and ardent Trump critic is still in the running despite a public campaign against him, led by Trump's advisors and surrogates who say supporters will feel betrayed. Others under consideration for the post are former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, Tennessee Senator Bob Corker, former U.S. Ambassador John Bolton, and newcomer General David Petraeus. Rockbridge County's only organic market is closing next month after 15 years of business. Cool Spring Organics market owner Selena Anderson made the announcement on Facebook last week. Anderson launched the business with her husband, Brad Eishold, who passed away in 2013. Anderson said she's grateful for the experience but feels it's time to move on. Cool Spring will offer discounts until its closing. That's all for this edition of the Rockbridge Report's live news update. Tune in Thursday at 4:30 p.m. for a full broadcast. Until then, stay updated on our website, rockbridgereport.wlu.edu. Thanks for watching.